I am pleased to announce that I have finished my preliminary investigation. This is now an official crime scene, and you must all go. I shall be questioning all of you again in the coming days. Nobody is to leave the country, particularly you, Monsieur Stobart. Monsieur Lane will stay behind to help secure the premises. Mo?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Two coffees, please.
Nice work in there, Nico. Whatever you did, it worked.
I just made a tiny distraction, and Nave bought it.
I think Nave would buy anything if it had blood on it. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder, it just doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
The CCTV picked up an image of the thief. His helmet had the words Waterloo Motors written across it.
Interesting. I think I got a couple of good shots of him too, but I need to take a better look at them at home.
Great. Let me know what you find. Like I said, I think it was an inside job.
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm, but on just one painting.
Let me guess. La Maledictio.
Exactly. And I aim to find out who did it. Well, the priest thinks La Maledictio is evil.
Charles, she's just crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But there's something strange going on. I found the address of the security company Henri employed. It was not the one that I recommended.
Good luck with your investigations. Well, I guess I should go. This story won't write itself. And Georges?
Yeah?
It's good to see you again.
Great to see you too, Nico. I watched her walk away. The sound of traffic, the sun shining, a crime to solve, and Nico back in my life. As I approached Henri's apartment, I started to doubt whether coming here so soon after his death was such a great idea. Tony's Brasserie. Looked expensive. Parisian spring fashion. Reminds me why I love this city. I recognized the name Sasha from the charges listed in Henri's credit card letter. Parisian spring... Paris sure had a lot of similar-looking cafes. Excuse me, madame. This is George Stobart. Could I talk to you?
George, what?
George Stobart, madame. I'm from the insurance company.
For God's sake, did they have all this? I don't want to buy insurance.
No, I'm not selling, madame. It's about the gallery theft.
Oh, I see. You people move fast, don't you? This isn't a good time. I am so distraught.
Madame,
Right.
Now, that hadn't achieved much. I needed a better idea. I decided not to call her again. Unsurprisingly, the front door was locked. It was the door to on.
There was an intercom. The completion note from Vera's security. There was an address. My phone had no service. I couldn't make calls.
At the end of the road, the address led me to a dead-end alley at the end of a deadbeat mall. No wonder I'd never heard of Vera's security. The place looked like it had been out of business for a while. Vera's security. I was going to get some answers there. I hoped.
Help!
What's wrong?
There's a monster
What? Where?
on the floor. Get rid of it.
Oh, the cockroach.
Yes, the cockroach. Help!
Come here, little fella.
That would have violated. I refused to. Romanovs, a Russian brand cigarette. The pack was empty. The ashtray was full of cigarettes. The filters were gold-colored, very exotic. A crumpled. As a child, I'd always been told not to play with matches, but I never could resist.
I tipped out the match.
I set down my matchbox. Cockroaches like hiding in dark places. Not a bad idea when you think about it. Cockroach wasn't going for it. I needed some bait.
There was a huge...
Leave that radio alone and sort this damn cockroach.
Hello.
Cockroach!
The stall was a myriad of retro kitsch. Bottle stoppers, keychains, musical cards.
Hello, I'm George Stobart.
Call me Bassam. And do please forgive me, but I'm in no mood to talk. I have a resounding headache.
Could you help me with a vermin problem, please?
Please, Mr. Stobart, I really can't deal with other people's problems right now.
Bad migraine, eh?
The worst. The buzzing and flashing from the old sign is killing me. I thought the neon sign had potential until it broke.
Is it your sign?
No, the previous owners used to be a restaurant. But this is horrible. Adversely affecting my footfall and giving me a splitting headache.
You want me to try fixing that sign for you?
Do you know what you're doing?
I'm very good at fixing things.
Then please do. I'm no good at electricals. Marketing analysis and predicting trends is more my thing.
Do you know anything about Vera Security over there?
Not really. I haven't been here long, but neither have they by the looks of it.
Why do you say that?
Rush setup, new sign, low investment, and no customers except for you.
I didn't think...
I took a good look at the sign. The wiring was exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing. I pulled the wire off. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing. Now only half the sign was illuminated. Seemed the letters could be moved around. Shame it didn't have the right letters to spell Bassam. I'd have to think of something else.
The buzzing and flashing has stopped.
And I'm very grateful. But the sign still looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? When you're building a brand from the ground up, name is everything. I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
Tell me about your business idea.
This stall is going to put me through college while giving me field experience. But the nonsense sign is working against me. It should spell a name for my shop. I need something original, yet familiar, bright and in your face, yet subtle and symbolic.
I could take a look at your sign, come up with something.
You're like a genie from a magic lamp.
I decided to keep the wire. If Bassam knew...
Smell this!
Whew. At least it's the real thing.
I've got some matches.
Always good to have.
The stall was a myriad of retro kitsch. Bottle stoppers, keychains, musical cards. Could you help me with...
I'm sorry, until I kickstart this business, I need a brand. A clear message that grabs my key demographic by the lapels and hurls them into my economic bailiwick.
Excuse me?
You know, a name that sounds magical and exotic, that appeals to a yearning they only feel subconsciously.
At least the sign's not buzzing anymore.
I know, and I do appreciate it, but now it just spells nonsense. And as it says in all the books, branding is key. If only it spelled out a whole new world. That would send my business soaring.
Aha! That seemed like a good name.
Hey, Bassam, how about this? I know it's not your name, but...
Aladdin. Very cool. That's a terrific name for my store. Hits every one of my USPs.
Glad you like it.
You're a genius, George. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
So what are you selling?
Ah, I'm glad you asked. I sell all those things you can't get anywhere else in Paris.
Like...
English biscuits, Turkish delight, French cassettes, Brazilian Betamax videos.
Do you have...
To be honest, George, I'm better at questions on balancing budgets within a liberal economic framework. But as a layman, perhaps I could suggest you trap it? And please, whatever you do, don't squish it.
Why's that?
The entire family will catch the scent and arrive for the funeral.
Ooh, we don't want that.
You need to find a container of some sort. Then I think add this.
Rich tea. What's that, a cookie?
The perfect cockroach biscuit. Dry, dull, unsatisfying, and yet curiously Moorish.
I'll give it a try.
Glad to help.
What do you think?
I'm over the moon, George. Thanks to you, I can now sell my retro cavalcade of musical cards, brushes, souvenirs. And you know what they say, happy sellers make happy shoppers.
Thank you for the cookie.
You're very welcome.
I really...
It's magnificent. I owe you one.
I added some bait to the matchbox. Even I was finding it hard to resist that little trap.
Gotcha!
You are a gentleman and no mistake. I hate cockroaches.
Always ready to help a damsel in distress.
I bet you are. Can I help you?
Yes, please. Do you know if there's anyone in the office I can talk business with?
Yes, me, chérie. I'm Annette, the manager.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... The gloves. I just thought...
Ah, easy mistake to make. If you haven't been reconstructed, that is.
Oh, but I have been reconstructed. A number of times. From the ground up.
What can I do for you?
There's been a theft at Le Lézard Bleu. A painting's been stolen.
Shame. Still, I'm sure you'll get over it.
I believe your company set up the security.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Didn't.
Did.
I've got all day.
But I didn't.
I've got a cookie.
Those dry things are disgusting.
Do you recognize it?
Oof! That would take the hair off your legs. I had a boss who wore that. Know what I mean?
It says here that Vera was hired to do the security at the gallery. Didn't do a very good job, did you?
Where did you get that?
At the gallery?
That job was signed off. You can't say we were to blame.
I was getting a bad feeling. The place looked like a front, and the only person there wasn't helping. Maybe the office itself could give me more information.
Are you done? Only I want to listen to this next race.
I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Thanks.
The Vera phone. All expenses had been spared.
Look, do you mind not touching the office equipment?
Annette's peripheral vision was, quite simply, astounding. Even the plant looked depressed.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was watching me like a hawk.
Yes?
Are you betting on a horse?
No, I just like hearing the sound of hooves.
Oh, well, that's unusual.
Don't be an idiot. I got 50 euros on Lucky Break.
Ah, well, I hope you win.
So do I, chérie. So do I.
Thanks.
Aha!
So, what else are you selling?
Stop by now and then. You'll be surprised.
No kidding? That cookie did the trick.
Right customer, right product. It's a winning combination.
I caught the cockroach. Look.
Excellent work. Just don't let it loose near my stall. In a few weeks, this place is going to be buzzing with people, I hope, not vermin.
I think I'll keep him. I'll name him Trevor.
Interesting name. Old school, comforting, harmless. I can see you're quite a strategic thinker, George.
The stall was a bottle stopper. The place looked like it had been out of business for a while. I decided to stay till I'd squeezed what I could.
Hello, Vera Security?
George Stobart here.
I can see you through the window, monsieur. Why don't you come in and stop wasting my time?
The place looked like...
Hello, Vera Security?
George Stobart here.
I can see you.
Hey, Nico. I've arrived at Vera Security. It's a pretty seedy outfit.
Great. Anything else?
Not right now.
Well, call back if you find anything.
Mr. Rickenbacker? Henri used a different security company from the one I recommended, Vera Security. I'm there now. It's a pretty low-grade outfit.
Well, find out what you can.
Matches always came in handy. Well, that didn't work. That so didn't work. A small piece of wire. I could hear the little fella scuttling around in there. That... Annette had her radio on. Sounded like a horse race. It was a little black book, and there,
Hands off me.
can I just have a look?
Certainly not. That book is very private. What can I do for you? Yeah, you've shown me already.
Do these clippers look familiar?
Yes, I mean, no. Why should they look familiar? No, thanks.
I've got a cookie.
Those dry things are disgusting.
I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Do you recognize it?
Oof! That would take the hair off your legs. I had a boss who wore that. Know what I mean?
I've got some matches.
Yes, I saw you pick them up. Keep them. I can't afford to smoke anymore.
Thanks. That was never gonna... That...
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was watching me like a hawk. I didn't want to leave that there. Nope. A crumpled cigarette. The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. That would be pointless. I didn't want to leave. Never in a... That... Romanov's. It was empty. That was almost a great idea. Almost. I fed Trevor a crumb. He loved that biscuit. I only had a few matches. Using one now probably wasn't a good idea. They didn't go together. That was... The place looked very much like temporary accommodation. The office looked like it had been put together in a hurry. The office drawers. There might be...
Look, do you mind not touching the office equipment?
Annette's...
Hello, Vera Security. We make you secure. Look.
Annette's peripheral.
Wrong number again. Damn nuisance calls. Do you mind?
Annette.
Hello, Vera Security. We make you secure. Wrong number again. Damn nuisance calls.
A quick look revealed that the drawer was empty.
Hello, Vera Security. We make you secure. Wrong number again. Damn nuisance calls.
I wanted to see what secrets the book might contain. There was a photo. Of course, I grabbed it. A very bad photo of Lane and Annette. That guy sure got around.
What can I do for you?
Recognize this?
Hey, that's my photo.
That's you with Lane, I believe.
So, what if it is?
What is he to you?
Oh, my Hector, that's what he is. My little Hector.
Yeah, I thought you said you had nothing to do with the gallery.
Look, here's how it is. I've only been here a few weeks. I had nothing to do with that gallery job. I just delivered the paperwork.
So, who's the manager before you?
I don't know. She just, one day, didn't come in for work. I shouldn't be talking to you. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut.
The boss. Have you got his number or address?
No, I've forgotten it. I mean, I never knew it.
Annette, a serious crime has been committed. You're in a lot of trouble.
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I need this job. I need the money. Anyway, it's only a silly old painting. No one got hurt.
The gallery owner was shot.
Badly?
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Oh.
This is a murder investigation. Now, who's your boss?
I don't know. Honest, he faxes me if he wants anything.
He? Who's he?
I've never seen him, never met him. Don't make trouble for poor Annette.
Thanks. I was pretty sure Annette had told me all she was going to. She sounded scared. Time to put the thumbscrews on Lane, and I knew just how. Time to confront Lane. The gallery was sealed off. The place looked empty. Lane wasn't exactly easy to miss, and it looked like he wasn't around. I had no reason or desire to investigate the pissoir. Through the glass, I could see Henri's office. The door was locked and sealed off with police tape. I needed to find Lane, and I was... Hi.
Monsieur?
I'm looking for Mr. Lane. Has he been here?
Ah, yes, monsieur. He came by earlier. Told me he was off to console Henri's widow. I hope she's out.
Hi.
Monsieur?
Do you recognize the woman in this photo?
She was here the other night with Lane. They sneaked away to the gallery together, without paying their bill.
My suspicions of Lane were mounting, but I didn't really think he had it in him. Hi.
Monsieur?
Look what I've got.
Monsieur, please. If the health inspector sees that, I'll be closed down.
Hi.
Monsieur?
Are you sure Lane's gone to visit Henri's widow?
Yes, that's what he told me.
You sure it was Lane you saw here last night?
Absolument.
So Lane was consoling the widow. What a big heart that guy had. Did he have a grand scheme or just loose morals? I needed a better idea. That was almost a great idea.
Hello?
This is George Stobart. May I come up?
I'm sorry, this is a very inconvenient time. Come back later.
I know that's you, Mr. Lane. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to Madame Dubois.
I'm sure it can wait.
Mr. Lane, does the name Annette mean anything to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. If you don't let me in, I'll tell the police about your interesting connection to the security company.
All right then. Come up, but make it brief.
Dear Lord, George, you have the worst timing.
Is this a bad time to accuse you of lying?
What do you want?
I've just come from Vera's security.
So?
Tell me about Annette.
Who?
From Vera Security.
I don't know.
I'm surprised you let your conquests keep souvenirs.
Oh. Where did you get that?
Annette lent it to me.
Quit waving it around, for God's sake.
Come on, Lane. Tell me about Annette.
All right. I had a fling with her, okay? Now keep your voice down, please.
And you two fixed the security for the robbery?
No, nothing like that. Anyway, the fling was a mistake. She turned out to be rather needy.
I believe you. You're not a criminal, just a lecherous old man.
Less of the old, if you don't mind. As it happens, I make a lot of women happy.
Especially when you leave them. Can you tell me anything about the owner of Vera?
Annette told me he's some angry-looking Russian chap.
Okay, Lane. Take off.
You can't tell me what to do.
You want me to show Bijou this picture?
All right, I'm going. You haven't heard the last of me, Stobart.
Promise?
And give me that photo.
If Lane was telling the truth, that meant that Annette was lying. She said she'd never met the owner and was very keen to get rid of me. I wondered if she was hiding something interesting in that back office.
Are you going to introduce yourself properly?
Pleased to make your acquaintance, madame. My name's George Stobart.
Call me Bijou. Hello, young man. Such a delight to have a new visitor. What can I do for you?
I'm from the insurance company. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Henri, my poor sauvage. He died in his prime.
Could I just ask you a few questions?
Well, why not? A little company might just pep me up, as you Americans might say.
Your record player seems to be stuck.
Yes, this song gives me great comfort.
Can you tell me about the gallery? Was the business doing...
The gallery was Henri's baby. He never...
So you weren't involved?
Not at all. Business...
Henri was very brave at the gallery. He tried to stop the thief and...
Henri was my lion. And my...
How are you coping?
I'm still trying to take it in.
Bijou, I think someone involved with the gallery helped the... It wasn't Hector Lane. He's not devious enough.
But who else?
I don't know. But I will get to the...
Does this smell good to you?
It's heavenly, isn't it? Henri loved it.
Do you know this company, Vera Security?
No, I don't. I've never heard of them. No, thank you.
Hey, this might cheer you up. Say hello to Trevor.
A cockroach?
I prefer the word pal.
And I prefer the word pest. Please never show it to me again. So? That's love.
Rich tea?
Why is it?
I was feeding it to her.
I think perhaps I'll pass.
Thank you for...
My pleasure, young man.
Bijou appeared to know nothing. I still couldn't discount Lane. Annette, on the other hand, had lied about Vera's Securities owner. A small, stuffed dog. Poor creature. Was that a... Henri was now dressed in a cheap suit. On balance, I preferred the waistcoat. The stereo was playing the same.
You have a...
Oh,
Two lovers entwined. Reminded me of that party game with the mat. The artist was entering his cubist phase. A subtle birthmark was the only blemish on the model's flawless skin. The subject looked vulnerable as she clasped her knees. The subject stared casually out at the world.
Sherry, please don't touch my table.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Truth or dare?
Truth.
And there was I hoping you'd say dare.
Is that a painting of you?
Yes, darling. Though obviously he got my hips completely wrong.
Who painted it?
Oh, some acquaintance of Henri's. I don't recall his name.
Henri looks very peaceful.
Doesn't he? I wish I could keep him here forever.
Quite unusual these days to...
Henri loved a good wake. Said they were better than any...
Huh. What's the story behind the...
Oh, Fifi. I was heartbroken when she went. I had her preserved so that we could be together forever.
That's very... touching.
Isn't it?
What's the song called?
Jasmine, by the Airy Lobsters. Before your time, it's a band that Henri fronted in the 70s. They got to number 2 in the Swedish charts.
Big time, huh? Anything else you can tell me about the gallery?
No, I rarely went there. As I said, Henri took care.
He was taken before...
He had so...
Thank you for...
My pleasure.
The view through to the Bois de Boulogne was stunning. America is my country, and Night was falling. Annette would have left for the evening. It was time to pay a visit to Vera's security. The empty mall was lit by bright moonlight, the perfect ambiance for a little detective work. I wanted a good look at that back office. I just had to find a way in. There was an electrical box up there, but I couldn't reach it from the ground. The empty box had been left out overnight. No one would have wanted to steal it. It was the shutter control. There was no sign of a button or a keyhole. It must have been controlled remotely. A wire ran up to the electrical box above. There was no way I could force the shutter open with my bare hands. I needed to find another way. I popped the lid open. Inside was an aircon unit and, bingo, the master controls for the shutters. There was only one end to attach to. That wouldn't make any sense. That was... I'd cut the wire in half. I hoped I was doing the right thing. I'd cut the wire... In the drawer was a single Q-tip. It was my lucky day. It hadn't been used. A cotton bud. Very useful for poking into ears. that didn't work.
It wasn't fair to wake Nico. Vera's security had... Annette wasn't around. I could finally get into the back office. The room was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. In the corner of the room was a pizza delivery scooter, just like the one the killer had escaped on. The air vent had a tiny catch on the side. The air vent that wouldn't... It felt like the perfect opportunity to use Lane's clippers. Sadly, they were designed to cut, not lever. There was a letter jammed in the shredder. The shredder was... I tried to free the gear. Its service was... Nope, I needed to try something else. I smeared some oil onto the cotton bud. It was a pizza. Just me. The box was empty. That wasn't... Through the grill, I could see something glinting, but it was too dark to tell what it was. The air vent had... The air vent had a tiny catch on the side. That was... Well, it seemed like a... They... I smeared the... It was time to see what was in the letter. I grabbed the paperclip.
It was the letter from Henri confirming that Vera Security had the contract for the exhibition. And it also revealed who was in charge at Vera, a guy called Medovsky. At first glance, it all seemed pretty run-of-the-mill. But why was Henri thanking Medovsky for being generous? And why was he pleased to represent him? Maybe Medovsky was the owner we'd been looking for. It didn't add up. I had a gut feeling. There was something fishy going on. The paperclip was perfect for the job. There was definitely something in there.
Now, what are you... Gotcha. Well, would you believe it?
It was a gun, and very likely the one that had been used to shoot Henri.
Aha! So, what have we here? L'Américain, Monsieur Stobart. You will rue the day you crossed my path, because now you are caught in my net like a little red herring.
Inspector, I'm investigating the robbery.
No, monsieur. You are breaking and entering an innocent storeroom.
I found the murder weapon.
Found? No. Planted? Yes. Moo, arrest this man and take him to the station. I shall squeeze you, Monsieur Stobart, until your pips squeak.